Happy Friday and happy mod day. We got more mods to take a look at today for FS25 and a bunch of them, 47 mods. All platforms got 22 new, including Elmcreek and the Swathing mods. Oh yeah, and this John Deere's pretty sweet too. You also got 13 updates, and PC and Mac players got 8 new and 4 updates. Check those timestamps to see what you want to see first, and let's jump in. Starting off today, let's talk about new ones for all platforms. We have the map Elmcreek, which was the base game map for Farming Simulator 25. We've got a main farm on here, 82 fields, several selling stations, BGA. We also have a shop with workshop, 10 production points, and collectibles. It is also, well, the map for Farming Simulator 22. So if you've played FS22, this should be pretty standard for you guys, and you should know where everything is. And it's almost creepy coming back. Now, we do have a few tractors that we don't have anymore, so stuff like that. There's also right here, this, that's open. So please do be careful going through there. I'm actually not quite sure how that passed, but we'll go into that later on. Equipment is different, so be ready for that. But we do have this guy, which is very, very cool. Love it. We'll tell you the barn does not have any collisions on the doors. So regular doors have collisions. However, these do not. You can't open them. You also can't close them either. There are no textures on this. So there's not that. There's a couple things with the map. There's a few things. I'm not quite sure it was ready for release yet. Maybe another couple days of testing and flushing a few things out. As for the PDA, here is that. And one of the great things about FS25 is all the field numbers match the way they're supposed to, which is great news. Absolutely love it. Now, we do have a couple required mods, so be ready for that. You are going to see not only the Elmcreek Placeables pack, but also the Production Points pack, both by a Pomot 145. They've made those so they can use them with their different maps, but the issue is one of those is not showing on the mod hub, at least at the time of recording. As far as new land goes that you own, you're going to get farmland number 1 down here, 79 and 80. And then you can see you can buy other stuff through there, just like so. Here is your crop calendar, looking pretty base game-esque. No animal pens, so be ready for that. As far as productions, there's nothing that is owned. They said we had 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 productions. And here are your things from New Farmer. Now let's jump into Tractor Swathing. So this is the mod for BB Mods that we've been talking about. I did a preview on it, a mod showcase on it. I've used it in Let's Plays, and it is finally here for all platforms. Absolutely loving it. So what does this piece do? Well, first off, this piece right here will swath for you. So if you have a swathable crop, this takes the place of the MacDon swather. And the great thing is, you got to pay for the MacDon. You don't have to pay for tractor swathing. It works no matter if you have MacDon installed or not. And I'm going to get that question anyway, but there you go. Hopefully you listened. It's got some Unreal working widths on here as well, which are great. So you've got all the way up to a 13.7 meter working width, and you can even turn the warning signs on. You can either make it a accent color, the design color, or you can make it warning stripes, and you can turn those on and off in the game by simply using one of the commands. So that is great news. You've also got different decals on the sides. So you got lizard farming. You've even got a lizard alternative. And then there that is. So that's everything in here. Once you've swathed your crop, you need to pick it up. And you can use any base game, or say any base game, any mod as well. Any of these guys. So, for example, the one that comes with the Colossus, the loading wagon, you can use that. You can use one in the game. And it's all good. As you can see down at the bottom, we've got these swathed crops, which can now be picked up with that. You can also put them in like a bucket, you know, a trailer, something like that. Additionally, I'm getting the ability to pick them up with picker-uppers, loading picker-uppers. However, my combine harvesters, or the forage harvesters, don't seem to be allowing that, so I'm not quite sure if that's true or not. Either way, once you've got it in, then you can go to your factories and select the swath separator, which comes with the tractor swathing mod. And whenever we've got that in here, there it is. You drop your stuff off here, and then you get out the crop. So this does the job that the combine harvester normally does whenever you are doing swathing. How neat is that? If we go through barley swath, of course you get your barley and your straw, canola. Yep, you get straw out of the canola here. So for those of you that can't get straw for certain crops on consoles, now you can, but you got to use this. So how does it work? Well, you grab your tractor and you pull up to it and hook up. It's a 3-point hookup, and if we go into the toggle working mode, you can turn the markers on and off. I've gone for the 10.7 meter working with version right here. And yes, I'm gonna be hooking up to a loading wagon right behind me. Let's turn it on and let's rock. We are picking up a canola swath right here. As you can see, swathing in the front, picking it up with the loading wagon in the back. And if we go into here, yes, the AI worker will do it. It can get a little bit interesting when used them with the loading wagon in the back. I would definitely recommend doing any headlands yourself and then hiring them to go back and forth. However, yeah, works just fine. Hey, pretty cool, huh? When you've got what you need, simply bring it over and drop it off into the production. There we go. Nice dump. Got that. Sweet. We'll come over here and take a look, and we'll turn on our canola swathing. Activate. And then it should start working almost immediately. I've got my time turned down, but yeah, it'll start working. There you go. You got 14 liters of straw already. 29 liters of straw already. 35, 40. It moves quick. Moves very quick. As far as your capacities go, you got 1 million liters input. Output's going to be 500,000 for your crops and 3 million for the straw. If you were looking for a great way to run swathing, this is not a bad way. Again, the mods in here, they just take the place of things that we were already able to do. So for example, this takes the place of the MacDon swather, and utilizing a loading wagon and this production takes the place of the combine harvester. So is it easier? Does it take longer? It's up for you to decide. I really like this mod. Our next one on the list today is the John Deere 6R 230-250 from B3N, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is almost the perfect 6R mod. I'm loving it. So you've got either 40 or 50 kilometer per hour engines with 281 or 301 horsepower, which is great. Every single wheel brand is available, so that is wonderful news. Not only that, you've got all of the wheels plus mediums that you would expect. Plenty of wide tires. You've got narrows, and you also got narrows all the way around. A little bit of a wider set. Love seeing that. We'll just stick with the rear narrows for now. US and EU designs, so that is wonderful too. You've got the panoramic roof setups with RTK stuff. You've got the Deere on the front. Love seeing that on there. Front protectors, Type 2. Love seeing that, but you also have the shorter Type 1 setup. An extra G5 display on the interior. Of course, you do have beacon light options. Boom, 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 boom. Left, right, or both. And you've got them in a couple different kinds. Love it! And then on the front, you can change your logos up between yellow, gray, and black. Oh, yeah! Even similar options for your exhaust setups with a half chrome or full chrome set. Warning signs, those are going to be on the sides, and those will be changing up between US and EU. Then we have mirrors. You can change up the mirrors. We got the green ones. We've also got the heated back window. Click that. Check out those designs on that back window. It's going to defrost in no time. Front loader set, of course, you've got that. Main color options, we've got all the base game colors, so you can throw that on there. This is where I was saying that looks epic. Love seeing that. Design, this is actually just going to be for the RTK at the very top. It's the only thing I've been able to find that changes colors, so there is that. Maybe front loader? I doubt it. Yeah, not on the front loader. And then, of course, rim colors, say it with me, are rim colors. Hey! As mentioned, it's like the perfect 6R. It also supports interactive control and mouse support and new sounds. Also, not sure how I missed this, but we also have weights and stuff as well around towards the front. How did I miss that? How was that an option? I think we gotta listen to this thing, don't we? Sounds pretty good, man. Sounds pretty good. I'll give it that. Oh, yeah. And as far as your animations go, you got animation for the rear window, the top. If I can get that thing open. There we go. And then you also have your main door. Telling you, perfect 6R. It's right here. Next up, the Valtra T5 Series. On here, you've got engines from 380 liters. Why is the horsepower not on here? Where? Okay. Horsepower is not listed there. It's got between 210 and 271. Yikes. Plenty of wheel brands for you guys to choose from, which is great. And all sizes. Love seeing it. You do have reverse driving, so that is cool as well. You would expect that, to be fair, on the T-Series, but it is there nonetheless. Roof setup with a GPS, technology pack, sky view, etc. Door setups, panoramic and second door. Interior, you've got a couple different sets for that. Like seeing it. Fenders, you got front, rear, both. Wheel weights are separate for this, so you will be adding those in a separate configuration. You've either got front weights, you got all the weight setups, plus a 3-point hitch. Fuel tank setup, plastic or stainless steel. Front loaders can be added for quickie and power. And then you got your main color and your rim color. Next up, the crappy equipment Dolly trailer. This bad boy comes with your trailer bar T404s. Doesn't get much better than that. And you can get some wide ones on there too. Plenty of wheel options. Not that it matters. You do have a pin hitch or a ball hitch, which is great. And the main color and rim color. Pretty standard stuff. Very straightforward Dolly. Next, we have not talked about this in a while. I haven't really seen much information on it in a while. The High Ground Ag Installer. This is from Sid Modding, and it is a collaboration with High Ground, although they are not credited on the mod itself. It's a fertilizer spreader cultivator. So you hold 5,040 liters of solid fertilizer only. 300 horsepower is required. You got a 12-meter worker width at 12 miles an hour. Doesn't look that big. However, here it is with the 8RX. It looks like somebody built an injector and just kind of increased the size on every single set. Absolutely wild. Loving it, loving it, loving it. It looks like it is a 13-row. Not quite sure how that's gonna line up. I'm sure, was it corn in the game maybe? Does that? Not really sure. Put this down. Drop it in. Do we need to turn it on as well? We do. And away we go. We are fertilizing and cultivating all at once. Now this is a handy piece of kit. And yes, you can also hire it on a worker, obviously, but just wanted to let you know anyway, because this is definitely something I would want to set on a worker and send them out in the field and let them do their thing. Now there's another thing you may want to know. It doesn't work if you don't turn it on. So you actually have to turn this on for it to do anything. It won't just cultivate. That's not it. We also have the Kverneland Monopill eDrive 225. This is a planter, so heads up through there. No direct drill. However, this is one of my favorite planters, so probably will end up adding direct drill to it. 2,000 liters. That is seed only, by the way, down there at the bottom. Does all of your standard planter crops, all 8 of them. And as far as specs go, 145 horsepower. 12 meters and 9 miles per hour. I would definitely recommend using some type of front tank with this. So heads up there. And as far as colors go, hey, we got some cool John Deere stuff today. So why not make it a John Deere green? You can do it. So you may as well. Got another planter, the K-Brand 1200 Extra. Oh yeah, love seeing these as well. This planter, 120 horsepower, 5.5 meters and 9 miles per hour, holds 2,400 liters of what? Seed and solid fertilizer. Oh yes! Also does your standard planter crops. However, this one's only doing 7. Did I misspeak in the previous one? Hang on a minute. Did I mess up? I did not mess up. Nope. That's 8. Well, how do you do? Oh, this one seems to be missing canola. Ow. All right then. Chassis color, design, and a rim color. Chassis, I think we can all figure out what that is. What's our design? Ooh, the tanks. Very cool. Here's one kind of similar to the injector that we got, but this is a subsoiler. This is the TT Multicultivator 5-in-1. You got 1,600 liters. That is going to be solid fertilizer only, so be ready for that. It's also pretty cheap as well. 3 meters and 9 miles an hour. 240 horsepower is required. It's a subsoiler that also solid fertilizes at the same time. This is another one of those mods from Hispano-Monic. The main colors remain. Design color is going to be the tank, and the rim colors, well, you get the picture. And we have the Unia, the G word that I don't know how to say, Plows pack. This Plows pack includes a couple plows, to be honest with you. We also have the spike roller as well right here, used to break up clods of soil after plowing. So that's kind of neat. As far as everything else goes, you've got a 0.6, a 0.9, and a 1.2 meter work with. There's a ton of options in here, but we'd a bit tiny. Another subsoiler, the Actisol Actimixt. Actimixt. I don't know how to say it. You've got either a 3 meter or 4 meter version to mirror some of the other mods that we have. They're very similar. And then you have a PTO. So you can add the PTO in there, which will kind of break in between. Now, things will probably work just fine if you don't have that there, but hey, why not? I think it looks pretty darn cool. So you'd put this down, and then you put some type of seeder or cultivator, maybe. In the game, really not going to be messing with that. Maybe a power harrow or something behind this. Small cultivator for you, the Unia KLz-3A. That sounds pretty sweet. 20 horsepower, 2.4 meter work with, 9 miles an hour. You can change up to color. Next, the Lizard Roller 2.8. The name says it all. It is from Lizard. It is a roller, and it's a 2.8 meter work with. 25 horsepower, not that it matters, 9 mile per hour. I think this would be great for those smaller old farms. You've got a couple older colors in here as well. It's kind of aged look, stuff to make it match some of the other things that you may have on your farm. Plus, you can change up the roll color. That's awesome. This is a great roller, man. I'm digging the mod. Next may be something extremely helpful to you guys that move a lot of stuff around on your farms. This is platform support. These will move combine headers around your farm for unloading and stuff like that. We've got one that supports wheel loader, telehandler, and even a 3-point. Oh yeah! A bunch of different colors in here as well. It's from GNFS, who makes some really interesting stuff, and they've included their color palette at no extra charge. Next one's very neat. I am digging this mod pack, the Quick Belt System. Now, I don't use belts because, well, I did that enough in Farming Simulator 17, and that did me good for the rest of my life. However, if you are using them, you may want these. These belts right here are configurable. So this one's pretty handy, so we'll take a look at this one with either a 1, 3, 7, and 10. I say 5, 5. That's 10 times the normal belt speed. It's crazy. They also say that this mod, specifically the S710, has been increased as pickup area, so it'll pick up a little bit more. Very cool. All vehicle movements, speeds have now been increased as well. The mod will not affect any other vehicles listed here, like your loading vehicle. So if it's not in this mod pack, it's not going to change it up. It's kind of like the balers. I had never thought that the belts didn't move fast enough, but you know what? They don't. They suck. This pack, man, this is the pack. Next, we have the CLAAS adjustable weight pack. This pack includes 4 weights. You got a 6, 9, 1.8, and a 1 ton, which I'm very, very interested to see. So we'll take a look at it. We can add some reflectors to the side. We've got working lights of yellow or white. Yellow, please. Thank you very much. And then you could change up the color. So that is very nice. And then even the metal color on here. Ooh, it's a metallic too, so brown ain't brown. Brown is bronze. Now, we've also got that for the 900 right there, the 1800. You've got those as well. This even has working lights and beacon lights on here. What? Dude, it's so cool. Then we get to go into the adjustable one right here. Now, what's up with the adjustable one? It says 18, but it only weighs 1 ton. Here we go. We utilize the little CLAAS Challenger here that just got an update today, which we'll talk about later. What you do is you hit left bumper and then right on the buttons right here. And, well, it's adjustable. I actually don't know how heavy it goes because I don't have any way of seeing the weight. But I will tell you this. It weighs a lot, and it takes a long time to go from not a lot to that. oh, I'm looking at the mod description. 25,000 kilograms. That would explain why we're riding dirty like this. Skirt! I feel like I'm reenacting a scene from Clarkson's farm. 25,000 kilograms. Oh, that's ridiculous. Let's bring that back. There you go. What a cool weight. Now we move into our placeables, and we have honey production. This is from John Wayne 1930. Very nice. So it's utilizing some of the stuff that we already see in the game. However, here you go. Corn, sugar, and water, and that makes honey. Oh yeah. They do say that the taste may differ from normal bee honey, but you probably shouldn't be trying to eat Farming Simulator 25 anyway. It's not very nutritious from what I've heard. That sounded like a jab. It's not. It's just don't try to eat video games. That's what I'm saying here. Nobody take this out of context. Moving on. That was rough. Here's a helpful one. The empty pallets production. This carpentry can now also produce empty pallets. But take a look. We've got empty pallets from boards, wood, and wood chips. Oh yeah, you can make particle board pallets. Inputs are going to be 800,000 liters for your planks, 300 for planks long, 1.5 mil for wood, and 6 million for wood chips. Holy cow. This is an insane production. Holy goodness gracious. Although 750 liters of wood chips only makes 115 count of empty pallets. So heads up through there. Man, that is an absolutely insane setup. Holy cow. Welcome to Custer's DS Agri Service Breeding Stable. It's a spacious little barn for cows and young animals with 5 pens, providing the ideal environment for the rendering of your calves after the first few weeks in their igloo. So, this is definitely a role play style setup here. It's only going to hold 40 animals, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess 8 in each one? Something like that. Food's gonna go on the outside. Manure is created in here as well. I'm going to assume probably there. As far as your inputs go, 10,000 liters of food, 12,000 water, 15,000 straw, and 10,000 manure. Obviously, you're not going to be getting milk out of this, so there is nowhere to collect any milk. Again, obviously. And I was going to say everything works, but that is not opening. Maybe it's not supposed to. Yeah, that's it. Nonetheless, very cool. No customization, by the way, so you can't change colors or anything like that. But I dig it. I love that you've got kind of a roleplay setup here. This one also doesn't have any customization, but that's okay. The Brick Cowshed from Redix Games. Price $35,000. It is a Polish brick cowshed. How many will it hold? Well, it'll hold 30 of little baby cows in here, 15,000 liters of food, 10,000 liters of straw, and 100,000 liters of slurry. You've got to put down your own manure, so heads up through there. And the milk's going to be collected out here. As always, I know I keep mentioning it, but I have no idea how much milk this will actually hold. So there is that. Nonetheless, very nice. And the fact that it holds 30 for a building like this, it's pretty respectable. Next one kind of has it all. The Super S gas station. This is from Squiggles. First things first, it dispenses fuel 50 liters per second. So I think that's a little bit faster than we normally get. If we go take a look inside, so in here, you're going to find all kinds of stuff, including a little place back here where they would, I guess, work on the food. Nope, that's the counter. Never mind. Here in the States, sometimes we got places where you can do stuff. Oh, I heard something opening. Oh, it's the lights. Well, that's creepy. Oh, can I just not open the doors? All right, well, I'm not going to try that. Nonetheless, now you do have those lights there. I think everything on the outside is automatic, though. We'll spin around real quick, just get an idea. There you go. Pretty cool. Oh, and it also generates hourly income. $575 per hour. And judging by the amount of money that you make versus how much it costs, it's going to take you a little over 3 days to pay that off. And last new one for all platforms today, had to save the coolest one for last. Check this out. So it is the Lizard Hydra-Glide header storage system. Our good friend Superfly 1842. Now, there's a couple things that you would probably want to know right now. And the first order is you would likely run over here to this. And that is not correct. Then you'd be like, all right, 1. Should go to 1. 1's not going to do anything. The first thing to do is come over here to number 2. Lower the rack, just like so. Then we can come over here to number 1. and lower that rack. You will want to store headers of 6.2 meters or larger on these. You'll be good to go. They come down plenty low enough so you can bring in a combine harvester and sit it down, or maybe even one of the new swathing heads that came out today. Load them up, and whenever you're done, click a button and raise it up. You can see over here we got a green light on 1, so you see which one is active. There we go. And we'll come over here on 2 and click that, and it'll go back up. Bam! Also, it's not shown here, but on the right-hand side here, we could change the floor. So if you want it to look like this, so a little bit more industrial, you could do that. Or if you wanted to change it back over to the wild and crazy lizard storage line, you could do that. It's also got night lighting, which you can enable or disable by coming over here and clicking the button. Super cool, super awesome, absolutely digging it. Great job, Superfly. Jumping over to our updates for all platforms, we have the map Sunshine Forest from Carl TG. This will be version 1005. They've added Pete Productions. Challenger 35E 55E Series 1001. The rear pin attacher has now been fixed. Auto-loading bell combo trailer 1004. Fixed the typo in the XML that prevented the trailer from loading the Colossus Unreal round cotton bales. And we have the exact same changelog for the drop deck trailer auto-loading bales as well. Next up, Lizard Fuel Tanks 1001. Fixed load correction on 5,000 and 7,000 liter configurations. Russell Inlaid Safety Bumper 1001. Fixed visual bug. And we have a handful of updates that are exactly the same. I think there's 7 of them. The first one is the Romaco U497 pack. This will be version 1001. Collisions improved. That is the only mod that has that. However, the rest of them are. Cable textures improved after latest farming simulator update. Those mods include the Romaco Spring Expert, Romaco Cambridge Tandem Roller 9.4M, Romaco U382, Romaco Silo Protector, Rolex BTHC 400, and the Rolex KBO 300. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players, and here's one that kind of goes over my head, but I still use it because it makes me feel special. Universal Autoload. That sounded sad, didn't it? Universal Autoload is here now on the Mod Hub. Now, it's been out on GitHub for like months, like right after FS25 released, it was out. This is super helpful, super useful, and I think you guys are going to love it. So this allows you to basically add auto-loading to any trailer or anything that kind of can support stuff, even the back of trucks and stuff like that. You can see when I load right in, we've got this big red set here, and I click auto-load, and then it takes us in here. So enable auto-loading, you can turn it off, and then boop, it is just a normal trailer. But when we turn it on, we got bell trailer, log trailer, box, curtain trailer, and then flipping back around. And you also do standard trailer as well. Then you've got your unloading position, which you can select what you want through there. Horizontal loading, enable side loading, enable rear loading, extend pickup range, automatic tension belts. So automatic tension belts pop in whenever you use that. Limit stacking height. I turn that off so that I can stack as high as I want. No loading if folded, no loading if covered, and zones overlap. You've also got loading areas, so you can select those, and saving options, which is fantastic. If we jump out and jump into a log trailer, for example, you can see here we've got our box smack dab right in the middle. Click it, and it knows it's a log trailer. So that is very, very nice. Matter of fact, let's see. We've also got the pits trailer down here as well, and that supports it too. So there's some pretty cool stuff going on through that. Now, if you're a little bit curious on how to configure some of this stuff, you've also got all of the configurations in here. I don't use mouse or keyboard with this. I actually only use it for loading logs and pallets. So that's my thing. I haven't used it a lot recently, but maybe I'll be using it a little bit more. And as you can see through these features listed, it's got a lot of stuff that it can do. You can even restrict to loading full pallets only. I didn't even know that until today. That's so cool. Next on our list, we have Swathing Plus. This mod adds the ability for swathers to be able to cut grass and grass alternatives. So I'm literally just utilizing the swathing mod that came out earlier. And as you can see, it's cutting grass now. That's about it. That's what it does. I don't think there's many, if any other swathing mods that have come out recently or ever, to be fair. Maybe it's third-party stuff, but even this works. So if you were finally wanting to use this header to cut grass with your Mac done, you can do it now. It is possible. Oh, and it also includes a 20% bonus over regular mowers. It's awesome. Next up, the Pomot T5 550 with the AW9. So you've got those if y'all want them. They are both spreaders, slurry and digestate. A little bit of a different setup as far as how it does it though. The T550, this is going to have a plate on the back and it will spring around. Now we can also add a bunch of other stuff. We got wheel setups, fenders, hook and pipe, turbo filter, and colors. Bunch of colors, as a matter of fact. Or if you would like to go with the drag hose route, you could do that as well. However, it does have a smaller working width, so heads up through there. But you may prefer this over something else. This is a little bit more direct and a little bit easier to do, I think. Next is the automatic washing system. How neat is this? So it's not completely automatic. You still have to activate it, but it washes for you. It's very, very cool. You found it in placeables and in tools. System washes your vehicles automatically. However, a second wash cycle may be necessary for stubborn, dirty vehicles. Oh man, drive into it, get out, and click the activation. So let's do that. We got the John Deere that came out today, and it is doity. Oh my god. We'll bring it in, and I'm just gonna sit it, I guess, smack dab in the middle. Should do us fine. There we go. Turn it off, and we come right here, and click. And then it goes through. Let's see. Does it wash? It does, and it was absolutely right, too. So I'm at 100%. Oh, it's going down by itself. Oh. Well, darn. So it doesn't just do it as it's there. I guess it does everything in here. However, yeah, I think it does need another wash. Can we go over to this side and click too? Yes, we can. Man, oh man. All right. So we still got a little bit of dirt in there. However, is it going down? Maybe. Yeah, I don't really know or think so. Said stubborn wash stuff needs to go through a second time. I mean, there's still a little bit of dirt on it, but it's not bad. It's like in, was it Farming Simulator VR, FSVR, where you're going through stuff and it's like, you're in like 1% dirt, but you can't get the combine clean. That's how it feels right now. Also released today for PC Mac players, we have Green Bean and Pea Harvest add-on, which just makes it where you can harvest green beans and peas with a combine. It's pretty cool. You've also got the automatic lifting axle system, which has got a new customization option on the included Krone trailer profile liner, the Crampy profile liner, and the Lizard MKS 32. You can select which axle you want to lift, which is very, very cool, and we'll do it automatically depending on the weight in the trailer. The mod Better Horse Value just simply gives you more money for your horses. And lastly, we have custom logos, which allows you to put a custom logo image onto any vehicle, or I guess any mod, including this trailer right here. What you do is you hit the letter C, as in I love KFC. Oh yeah, there you go. They do recommend to use DDS images saved in BC3 DXT5 format. That is well over my head, but maybe somebody else could explain that a little bit better to you guys. Nonetheless, still very cool, and for content creators like me who want to put their logo on stuff, this is awesome. Now I just got to figure out what a DDS image is. Rounding out the mods today, we have an update to Headlamp. This will be version 1001, fixed in air if the player spawns in a vehicle. Remember player positions. Positions will now also be saved on leaving a multiplayer server. And only vehicle cameras. Added configuration setting in the mod store. And there you go. That is it for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new and join DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome weekend. We'll see you in the next one.